a remake of the classic steak dinner. I'm gonna get into how you could cook the perfect steak, right? So first thing, of course, is gonna be what meat you choose. I'm going with a ribeye.
Beautiful.
Because ribeyes have a lot of fat. Fat equals flavor. It's not a bad word. And you want it to come out of the fridge for a little bit, right? You want it to sort of like temper to room temperature before you cook it. Chill out a little bit.
Well, actually warm up a bit.
Exactly. Warm up. So we have these medium thick ribeyes, boneless, and then I'm going to season it. And the key to seasoning for me, and you know this, Rach, is to season from up high. One, because it looks good on camera when you do it. But more importantly, because you're dispersing the seasoning all over.
Evenly,
right? And then I like for my steak, you can put whatever you want on yours, but a little bit of garlic powder.
Yes, sir.
A little bit of onion powder.
Yes, sir.
And all of those flavors work really, really, really well with beef. Of course, you're going to want to make sure you season both sides. You do it like this. And then you want to get them in the pan. So over here, we have our steaks. They've been seasoned really well, tempered. And they're searing in a pan, right? I like to start
with
a little bit of clarified butter. Look at that right there.
Makes me drool.
There it is right there. That's what you're going for. Absolutely,
right?
yes. That's
so you Coke.
Oh, there it is. That's the Maillard reaction, which is like a fancy name for like how to make something delicious. You want that flavor, and then once I flip it, and I'm going to cook this like 5 minutes on each side, I want to throw in a little bit of butter. So I'm throwing in here some aromatics,
garlic,
some smashed garlic and rosemary. And then this is the key to those expensive steaks. When you do go eat out at a steakhouse,
butter-basted.
You got to butter-baste it. Exactly. So what we do is we spend time, whether it's at home or in a restaurant, even if it's a $6 hamburger, I like to sort of treat it like it's a $65 steak. And can everyone smell that? Like that is really, really smelling good.
Didn't you hear them moan?
Yes, I did. So that's our steak. Now we're going to cook that. Now the most important thing is it has to rest, right? You want to rest your steak after it cooks for almost as long as it cooked. So if it cooked for 10 minutes, you want it to rest for 10 minutes so that when you slice into it, the juices don't go all over the place.
Stay with it, right?
So this is the real remake here. It's going to be sides. Now I love cream corn. We're getting near that fall holiday season. So we're going to make instead of cream corn, we're going to do a corn creme brulee.
Yum.
Yes. Can it be for dessert? Sure, but this is not. This is going to be a sweet side. And what we've done is we've taken our corn and we've steeped it in some heavy cream, right? So we've just taken the flavor of this cream or milk and we've flavored it with corn to make the base of our creme brulee. And then we just simply are going to strain it out. By the way, this is a great holiday recipe as well. Something you can do ahead. Get ready, and who doesn't love creme brulee or pudding, quite honestly, especially when it's next to a steak?
Oh, my God.
To me, it works. And now, Rach, you want to help me out over here? Do you want to whisk these yolks? It's going to be some egg yolks and some sugar, and that's how you make any creme brulee. And then the key is, and it helps if you have two people here, so it's perfect, you want to temper in a little bit of the cream mixture into the yolks, right?
So you don't end up with scrambled.
Exactly. So you only add a little bit at a time so it builds up that temperature so that you don't make scrambled corn eggs, which also sounds delicious.
Actually,
now that I say it out loud, it actually works. And then once you have that going, you can add the rest of it. You're just going to mix that up. And that's our corn creme brulee base. I'm going to hop on the other side of you.
Yes, sir.
Where we have one that's been already prepared. And you can see how golden it is. Right?
Oh, my God. It smells crazy. I want perfume that is corn brulee.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And I love the fact that you think about creme brulee and it's sweet, but you have the savoriness of the steak.
Yeah.
And it works really, really well together. Now, over here, I have my ramekins, my little porcelain containers, and they're in a water bath. This is a really important part of making creme brulee, a bain-marie, so that we don't burn the bottom of the custard.
You have to protect your sweet little custard.
There it is. And then real quick, and this is where I'm always nervous, where it's like, oh, I have to fill these up without spilling on a show with millions of people watching. Can he do it? Am I talking to myself? I am? I'm talking to myself. Okay. And we're going to fill these up, and then we're going to bake those for about 25 to 30 minutes at 300 degrees in this water bath, in the oven, so that the custard just starts to set. And how do you know if the custard is set? You want to jiggle it. And it should, I use this weird analogy, but it's like, you know, what was it, like Jurassic Park when the T-Rex is walking by and it like the water just jiggles a little bit. You don't want it to be totally firm. If it's really firm, you've overcooked it.
You've overdone it.
So you want it to be just right. And we bake these for about 25 to 30 minutes at 300 degrees. And we have our creme brulee being made. And then here, this is where it's time to get blazed.
Yes!
My last name.